so I could feel a little bit more in the mood. Yesterday, for some reason, I was just like, I don't know, my spirit was kind of down. I'm not really sure why. I mean, obviously with everything going on, that is why, but I'm not sure what sort of triggered it. I just felt heavy and kind of like low. So I said today I'm gonna go ahead and wear my hair out and put a little face on. I actually have on this lipstick from Smashbox. I hauled this in my last vlog. It's called Stepping Out. So it's like a very beautiful nude. I actually think it looked nice without the lip liner. I'll show you what it looked like. And then I lined it with chestnut. So now it looks like this, but it's still beautiful. I feel weird without lining my lips for some reason. So how are you ladies doing today? How are you feeling? Are you dressing up at home? Are you wearing like lounge wear? I have all these lounge sets because I'm like, look, if I'm gonna be at home, I still wanna look cute. I still want to dress up a little bit. I felt some success this morning because I actually did like a full workout. I did one yesterday too, so I'm feeling good, and it makes a huge difference. I'm telling you, in your mood, just doing like a workout where your heart rate is going up. I really went intense today. I didn't do like a little baby thing. I went in. I was watching Kiko vlogs. I love her channel, and she was talking about like how she runs up and down her stairs. If you live indoors somewhere where you can't go outside, run up and down your stairs. I actually have stairs here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that every morning just to get my heart rate going. I want to tackle some things today. I have some items that have been sitting around for months, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna make some breakfast first actually, and then we gonna clean. So hot right now. Tell me why my sister just sent me a text message telling me she broke her leg. She tripped over a can and my mom is taking her to the hospital. I'm like, okay, so you tripped over a can and you broke your leg, and now we have to go to the hospital during the coronavirus. And she let it drag on so far and then finally told me April Fools. Do you know how upset I just got right now? My blood pressure, like, this is not the time. Today is not the day, this is not the year to be playing April Fools, okay? I'm over here trying to get work done behind me and take care of all this junk, and you're stressing me out. You have no idea how much that just like stressed me out right now. I told her, I'm done talking to you for the rest of the day. We're done. It's over. Like, goodbye. You know, yesterday was March 31st, and it was a really sad day. It was the anniversary of Nipsey Hussle passing away. I remember last March, on the 31st, I remember specifically like what I was doing, where I was. I remember even vlogging during that time, and yesterday when I woke up, I remembered. Like, that date burned in my brain forever.
Hey guys, I'm back again, and I'm here to do a little video to like just give you guys some recommendations of books that I feel like could, you know, either get you back to reading or lift your spirits a little bit, because I know with the pandemic going on, you know, I've noticed people are having difficulty, you know, picking a book and then starting to read it and then not being able to finish. You know, the anxiety is real, and I mean, I'm here in France and we're on total lockdown, so you're not supposed to be out of the house unless you're going to a doctor's appointment or, you know, the pharmacy or to the supermarket. You know, you got to have paper to get out of the house. If you haven't got the paper, the police stop you. Boom, 130 euros if your paperwork is not in order. If you are a reoccurring offender, 1,500. Okay, so what am I doing? Keep my ass in the house, okay?
all this stuff in my closet. Look at how much I have to do. So all these clothes are going to be looked through. I'm going to go ahead and donate whatever I can, and then I'm going to go ahead and redo my closet. I just want to make sure that everything I have in my closet I love, and I'm wearing all of my clothes because I tend to not wear things. I don't think I've worn this in like a whole year. And when you start coming up on clothes where you're just like, ugh, I'm not feeling this. Whenever you get that feeling, it's time to purge, it's time to donate because somebody could use it. So how are you doing this morning? How are you ladies doing? I had to do what I had to do this morning, and I ended up writing a note to that dog owner I was telling you about, my neighbor, whose dog literally wakes me out of my sleep. So I just went ahead and wrote a note, and I just laid out, you know, I'm being woken up by your dog every day of the week. It's impacting my virtual meetings because I've been having meetings on WebMX or web something, and you can hear the dog in my conference calls. It's ridiculous. So I had to. Honestly, I didn't want to have to do it, and I don't like being that person. Why? Hello? Oh, and speaking of conference calls, I truly hope that if you are having to do any like video chat calls for work, that you're still dressing up a little bit. I did another one with someone I was working with, and they all looked very professional, full-blown makeup, hair, everything was done. So people who are working right now actively online, they're dressing up like the full shabam. So I want to know too, with you guys, are you dressing up fully for your conference calls if you're someone who has to work from home? Or are you wearing like a lot of lounge wear and stuff like what I've been wearing? Or are you getting like fully suited up? At least do your makeup and your hair. Just look at least that much presentable for your job. It's important. I was on another call for something totally different, but it was still professional. And there was a girl on there with a bonnet. She had a bonnet on. And I thought to myself, you are a professional. Don't do that. Please get dressed up for your own sake. Don't do that. It's frowned upon, and it's just not professional, even if you're at home. I had a little tiny dilemma this morning with my student loans. They took out like maybe triple the amount that they're supposed to take out, which is a lot. So I'll be honest, I freaked all the way out initially. Like when I first saw the account balance on my account, I was like, and then it was actually right before I did my devotions, and I said, you know what, you realize as an adult, after you lived a good amount of years, you find yourself having these experiences in life over and over, like these moments of panic or these moments of worry, these moments of stress. Oh no, what's gonna happen? What am I gonna do? Oh my gosh, what happened? Like you have these moments so much in life, and you realize if you have a relationship with Jesus, you realize that there is no reason to get turned up. There is no reason to get hype. There is no reason to panic, because God's always gonna work it out for you somehow, some way. He's always going to take care of you. So I wanted to panic because it was a lot of money, but I didn't. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to finish my devotion. I'm not going to let this interrupt my devotion or take away from it because I felt like I had to do it then. I said, no, I'm going to finish my devotion like nothing ever happened. And then I'm going to deal with it afterwards. And God's going to help me through it. And you know what? That's exactly what happened. I called the bank and they told me, well, it's gonna have to post first, and it takes like 90 days to dispute it. And I'm like, So I called my student loan department, and of course they're closed because of the coronavirus. So I'm like, oh my goodness. And then I realized that you're able to email them after reading a bunch of stuff. I realized that you can email them and they can refund you whatever was automatically deposited, because as far as student loans go, they shouldn't be collecting student loans federally until September 30th. So we do get a little bit of a break with that. So I just sent an email and I'm leaving it in God's hands. But the whole time, normally with stuff like that, I would be panicky. I was bothered and frustrated, and I was a little bit worried, but I did have this overwhelming sense of peace. Like, Michelle, just don't trip. You're okay. Just another reminder for me that God is always working, and you have to have the faith. The faith is what you need. The faith is what makes things happen. All those other emotions are just completely pointless because they pop up so much in life that you will destroy yourself reacting to every single thing that gets thrown your way. So it's the end of the night and I wanted to show you the progress that I made with my closet. Voila! I've done nothing. We shall try again tomorrow. Good night. I just did a little quick makeup look. I actually used that lip whip from the last vlog. Just put a little bit of lip whip on, a little liner. Y'all probably think I'm crazy, like, girl, you are just at home. I know, but I just wanted to dress up a little bit and just feel, I don't know, feel good. I actually have a birthday party to go to today. Yes, a quarantine birthday party. One of my girlfriends is turning 33 this year. She calls it her Jesus year. And she's supposed to have like a girls get together weekend, and unfortunately because of the quarantine we can't do that. So she wanted us to still meet up tonight and have like a online party, I guess on Zoom. So yeah, that's tonight actually. So I'm happy I'm kind of dressed up a little bit so we can party. Never done that before. That should be interesting. I know that there were DJs and people doing all kinds of stuff on Instagram though. Quickly before I go, I wanted to mention, if any of you have a phone service, I'm sure all of you do have a phone service, or cable companies, anything like that, give them a call. If you're having any sort of financial issues, they're willing to waive your bill for, I don't even know how many months at this point, but same thing goes for like gym memberships, any sort of service that you're paying for on a monthly basis. Give them a call and see what you can do. Right now, if you're like a small business owner, even if you're a renter, you're getting a good amount of time to be able to pay things back if you can't afford it right now. So it takes off a lot of the stress and anxiety that a lot of people are probably going through right now, just financially. So I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. I'm gonna go ahead and do some editing. I actually got this cute little prayer diary in the mail. Well, I'm gonna use it as a prayer diary. I've never done that before. I've never like journaled and prayed. I've done 1 or 2 entries, but I think during this time that we're in, it would be really cool to be able to just jot down my thoughts and my experiences and my feelings and be able to pray about them as well. I'm gonna show it to you. Isn't this cute? And on Amazon, I actually even got these like cute little Bible pens that I've been using to underline, because a lot of the books I have, I read multiple times. So I'll already have things highlighted and I'm like, oh, that's good. So I bought these Bible pens and they come in different colors. The tips are very, very thin, so you can line in the Bible or in books. So yeah, it's so cute. Lines on the pages are pretty big. It's spiraled so it lays flat, which is what I like when a book can lay flat. And then it has little scriptures on each page. It's the same scripture. It says, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Psalm 118:29, which is good because that's how you end up like memorizing stuff, so you can get every single day. And on the front, it says, God has made everything beautiful in its time. And I love it. Ready for my virtual party. You guys didn't see my outfit today, did you? Let me show you. It's a cute little cheetah getup. It's a little short set. I'm really party ready, y'all. All right, we got our link. Hi.
Hi, what's your name? Hi, Gabriella. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Hi loves, good morning. Hope you're all doing well. We're gonna do a little car chat. We have some things to talk about, some things. I know these vlogs are getting kind of long, but hopefully you have the time to watch, and I appreciate all of you who watch to the end and leave comments. I love y'all a lot, and I appreciate you, and I see you. And now, I think on YouTube, because I'm not 100% sure about this, if it's for every channel, but I'm actually able to see who's subscribed to me on YouTube. It has like a little icon next to your name if you're subscribed to me, but I'm not sure if every channel has enabled that or not. But that's kind of cool too, to see, like, you know, your faithful people who are subscribed to you. I know in one of my last vlogs, a few vlogs ago I think, I was talking about praying for your husband's eyes and just talking about like men and the things that they have to deal with visually and all of that. And so during this whole quarantine time, it's super interesting to me because everyone is on Instagram, right? And Instagram has changed so much. It depends on who you follow. Just like in life, it depends on where you go. There's lots of things available, lots of joints and places available for you to enjoy. But that's your choice. You don't have to do that. You don't have to partake. And that's the same thing with social media. And I think people act kind of like blind sometimes when it comes to social media. And people will try to make it seem like it's harmless because we're so desensitized to it all. Back in the day, people would shun people for, or they would call them out, or they would say that's inappropriate. Now it's all mushed together. And it's a big issue. It's a big issue in my eyes. I personally am not a fan of all that. It's scary because, you know, everything that we see, the images that we put into our minds, that's where it starts. That's where everything starts. It's about what you think about. And what you think about is usually based on things that you're seeing and hearing. And that's why for me, for such a long time, I've stopped watching television. And that's because I realized the power of taking in so much of that stuff. Even if I'm not living that kind of lifestyle, if I'm constantly watching that kind of stuff, it's in my mind, you know? And all it takes is an opportunity, or, you know, just me not being all the way right spiritually, me deciding, you know what, I'm gonna make a different decision, and acting out the things that I'm seeing on TV, the things that I'm reading in books, because books are the same way. They should have ratings on books too. Television has audio and it has visual. So you're putting these images into your mind and it does something to you. The only way you'll actually be able to see what a difference it makes in your life is when you stop watching television. Because then when you do see nonsense, it'll hit you so hard and you'll just be repelled by it. And you'll know that you've been detoxed. And when I watch too much television, I feel like I can easily get pulled back into things that I've worked really hard to change. The reason why I stay like this with God and I have to force myself to make the time and connect is because I haven't always lived that kind of lifestyle. And I know that this is what keeps me grounded and centered. I wasn't perfect then, I'm not perfect now, but I've learned and matured and grown so much. But even so, I have to keep myself anchored or I will fall back into everything. Sorry I'm ranting, but I had so many things that I wanted to tell you. It was all on my mind. Okay, last thing, and I'm gonna let you go. I just wanted to leave this last message with you about jealousy and just about wanting things that other people have. It's obviously human nature to want what people have, especially when you see influencers, celebrities, people like that on social media, you know, showing off, or just not even showing off, just maybe just living their life, and you just admire it and you want it for yourself. I think it's a great thing if it doesn't turn into jealousy and you don't get those negative feelings about the person, or you don't actually start to want what they have, their specific thing, their job, their body, their man, you know, things like that. When you start taking it too far, you know, number one, you're blocking your own blessings. You're not living your life. You're trying to live someone else's. And that's very dangerous. But the most important part that I really want you to know is that the grass ain't greener on the other side, baby. You don't always know what you're asking for. And unfortunately, jealousy gets the best of people to where they may want something so bad and they'll go ahead and they'll do everything that they can to get it, and then realize that they're still left with nothing. because it wasn't for them. I have experienced that on a personal level in terms of being an influencer with people who were jealous of what I had and went as far to try and get what I had, and it ended up backfiring on them because they realized what I had wasn't all that great. It wasn't very good at all, and they got to experience that firsthand because of jealousy. The jealousy led them to that point. So I've experienced it firsthand. I've experienced so many things, you guys. I mean, I feel like I've lived so many lives in this little life because I've gone through so many things, which is why I stay so connected to God, because I have to. You know, I love my relationship with God. I love where He has brought me, and I love how I feel now. I love my life now. I love the lessons I've learned. So anyway, I hope you're all doing wonderful. I wanted to first say thank you so much to everyone who's working right now. Everyone on the front lines, whether you're working at Starbucks or working at a hospital, working at a bank. Thank you to the sanitation workers. My girlfriend and I were talking about that the other day. The people who are cleaning the bathrooms and cleaning hospitals and really being on the front line in terms of the germs. Thank you, because the anxiety and all of that you must feel, all of you having to go out to work with all of the media hysteria and just the actual risk. I mean, I understand that there is a mental process that has to happen before you leave your house in the morning. And I'm sure a mental process that happens when you come home, and it's not easy. So thank you so much for being out there and taking care of us. I hope you're all doing wonderful. I appreciate you watching this vlog. I have a lot more to share, but I won't overwhelm you. I know this vlog is long. The last one was long. If you don't mind them being long, let me know, but I know most people prefer like 20-minute vlogs. All right, y'all, I love you, and I will see you in the next video. I think I'm gonna go get some Chick-fil-A. I'm tired of cooking. I'm tired. I can't. All right, y'all, I love you for real, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.